Hey Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing great. It's the Tipsy Intuitive here to do your month ahead reading. We're going to see what area of your life that Spirit wants you to focus on the most in the upcoming weeks and get you a little bit of guidance and see what's going on for you. So the area of life that Spirit wants you to pay attention to is self-worth. So let's get some oracle cards and see what energy is surrounding you all for the month ahead. What's going on with my Sagittarius collective and the energy surrounding this reading? Shall we have walking away for the first card out? Let's see what else we have for you guys. What other energies are surrounding my Sagittarius collective? Forgiveness. Sag, what is going on with you all? I feel a little bit of sadness that's surrounding this reading for you guys right now. It almost feels as though you are in a place in life where it's time to leave some things behind, where it's time for you to maybe forgive other people, but more than that, maybe forgive yourself for some experiences, some situations that you may have stayed in a little bit too long. The message that I just heard for you all is I deserve more. And so I think that going into this new month, it's going to be a time of you making some what could be pretty hard choices in figuring out whether to stay, whether to go, and deciding what's best for you, and deciding whether or not the people, places, situations that you have in your life right now are truly reflective of how you feel about yourself. So, are you staying in bad situations because you don't think that you deserve more? Are you keeping people around you that don't necessarily treat you well because you don't think that you can do better? So those are the types of questions that are sort of popping into my head right now. But this is absolutely about you taking inventory of you as a person, what it is that you want, what it is that you deserve, how you perceive yourself, and how you allow that to sort of shape how you interact with other people. So let's get into some tarot and some Lenormand and see if we can get some detail about what's going on with you. So the first card that we have out in position number 1, which represents you and your energy going into this new month, we have the Rider. So this is all about movement. This is about a journey, right? And so it feels like, Sagittarius, you all are sort of in the place of being ready to move on. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. And so this is a relationship. This is a partnership. So for some of you, this can be romantic. This can, also be friendship. But I do think that for the majority of you, this has to do with a romantic relationship with a romantic partner that you've been involved with. And there's something in you that's starting to question whether or not it's time for you to move on. Because it feels as though this relationship that you had so much hope for, that you were so invested in, is no longer the relationship that you thought it was going to be. It's not what you signed up for. And so it feels like right now you're in a place of like, okay, is it time for me to leave? Is it time for me to go? We have the King of Swords also clarifying. So, the King of Swords is a very sharp energy. It's someone who is very outspoken. It's someone who can be a little bit harsh. They're sort of direct to the point. It's a very cutting energy. So I think you're in a place of being ready, I think, to cut something, or in this case, someone off. Now, in the second position, this is your challenge card, right? The obstacles, challenges that you might be facing. We have the Stork, and we also have that clarified by the Emperor in reverse. And so the stork is all about new beginnings, right? It's something that brings in something new, something fresh, a new life. We always associate the stork with bringing in a baby, right? Something cute and joyous and wiggling. But we also have the Emperor in reverse to clarify. And so to me, this feels like the biggest obstacle that you're facing is wondering whether or not you'll be able to start again, whether or not you'll be able to find somebody. And it feels as though the reluctance in you sort of walking away from the situation, why you haven't done it already, is because there's uncertainty around whether or not you'll be able to find someone else, who is stable, who is established, who is confident, all of that good stuff. And I feel like to a certain extent, the Emperor in reverse also reflects you. That there may be a little bit of lack of confidence that you'll be able to call that new person into you. So, while I don't think that you have necessarily taken any action right now, there's this thought, well, what if this is as good as it gets? What if I can't do any better? What if there's nothing else out there for me? Now, the opportunity that exists for you, we have the clock tower and we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So what I see for you, the opportunity, and this is interesting because the Four of Wands, when it's upright, is all about, it's the 1111 card, right? This is the gateway card. This is foundation. This is marriage. This is relationship. And I feel like the opportunity for you, I don't want to say that it's running out of time, but the longer that you stay in this place, the more pushed out this chance for this foundation, for this solid relationship is going to be for you. So I think that, and we have that clarified by the Ace of Coins in reverse. So I almost feel like this is a little bit of an opportunity. This is almost a little bit of a warning for you guys that, there is time. It's going to take some time for you because I do feel like there's a bit of a healing element that needs to come with walking away from your current situation. But I feel like Spirit is saying that you need that time to process. You need that time to forgive yourself and to reevaluate what you believe your self-worth is. So this is not something that you leave this behind and you're instantly going to fall into something new. There is very much an element of you focusing on yourself for a while. This is you focusing on yourself for a while. And so I was going to pull a card for the advice from Spirit, but Spirit had other plans and gave me 3. So you know what? We're going to take all of this for you, Sagittarius. We're going to take all of them. So what we have for you is the lilies. That's clarified by the 10 of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands upright, and the 7 of Coins. So these cards are actually pretty beautiful for you, Sag. The lilies are a gift. It's friendship. It's acceptance. It's a very, very warm and loving energy. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, be kind to yourself. Start treating yourself the way that you would want to see other people treating you as well. But it's time to let go of this situation because it's been a burden and it's time for you to release it. With the Knight of Wands, this is you rediscovering you. That spark that makes you amazing. That spark inside of you that makes you look at yourself and the world differently. That spark that brings joy. And with the 7 of Coins, this is all about patience. This is about you planting those seeds and giving them the time and space and nourishment to bear fruit. So this is very much all about you, not so much this other person, because I think that deep down you already know that they're not providing a whole lot of value in your life. But Spirit is saying, that now is the time for you to focus on you. This is about self-forgiveness. This is about acknowledging how wonderful you are and embracing that self-worth and starting to plant those seeds so that you bring in other people who recognize those gifts that you have as well. So this is being kind and gentle with yourself. Now, what we have for you in terms of your outcome, we have the Anchor clarified by the Lovers in reverse. So I feel like this relationship that you have been involved in is coming to an end. I do think that you will be walking away from it. And for a while, during this time period of reflection and healing and focusing on yourself, that you are going to feel a little sad, right? That you're going to feel a little bit heavy, that it's going to weigh a little bit on you, but it's going to pass. We have the Two of Swords to clarify. This is your crossroads. This is you making a decision to start moving past that. So even though things seem a little bit heavy right now, they seem a little bit uncertain, you're going to come out better on the other side, pouring this attention and this energy into yourself. And look at what we have. The Empress. This is you coming back to you. This is you standing in your full strength, in your full power, embracing and ready to nurture something new. That's going to come after your healing process is complete, after you have, good Lord, after you have a full picture of who you are and you have sort of reestablished what you believe you're worth. So the last message that we have out from Spirit for you is refine your attention. So whereas I think you've been giving your energy and attention to this person who has not necessarily been reciprocating, who does not necessarily make you feel good, Spirit is telling you to pour that back into yourself. And we saw that here in the advice that they have for you. So this is you coming out of this dark place, forgiving yourself, maybe forgiving the other person if you feel like it. 100% not necessary, at least not in my world. But this is you focusing back on yourself and the gifts that you have after you've made the decision to walk away. So hang in there, Sag. I know it feels a little bit rough now, but you're coming back to you, which is the most important thing. So I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.